Boy, they sure do get stirred up when we come up the hill.
Oh yeah.
They're ready. They want their wormies.
They're racing.
Hey guys, it's Kyle and Shannon and Nala and all the birds.
Hi, Nala.
Welcome back to K&S Get Out. It's a beautiful morning this morning, but we got a lot to do today. It's supposed to be up over 100, so we're gonna get right to it. Also, we need to clear up some stuff. We need to have another conversation with you.
We just have a few things to talk about.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
And then we're really kicking off, focusing on getting prepared for Shannon's new office to come. So we're gonna go through that today. Lots to do.
Yeah, a lot to do, like build shelters.
Oh, don't spit it out.
Get ready for my office.
No.
Oh, you said don't
No.
spit it out? I wasn't listening.
So we're gonna feed the birds, we're gonna feed the goats, update you on that, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Birds. Whoa,
Nala.
hey, whoa. I don't think those turkeys are afraid of you.
When I came up here last night, I had to throw worms over on that end of the run before I could go in and get their water and food taken care of.
I didn't know you were so afraid of them.
I didn't either until I got in there by myself, and then they just really scared me.
When I was watching the footage from that video, I was like, man, babe, I almost feel bad sending you up to the birds.
I'm learning how to handle it. I took care of them by myself last night.
Wormies, that's how you handle it.
Yeah, at the other end.
Yeah, this can be challenging. Sometimes Christina comes out with me and then she goes back in if she knows the wormies are going in. And the guineas just run races while they're waiting impatiently.
Yeah, Nala just dripped drool on my leg.
Nala, you're gonna stay back, honey. I don't know what them turkeys do to you.
We don't want them pecking you. They want to come out. I think we're gonna have to make a point to try to do that soon.
Well, honey, they
I got
gotta
the
be a certain age and ready for it, and it's a whole ordeal.
Oh, okay.
I agree. I would love to just open the door and be like, all right, birdies, let's try this, but it doesn't work like that. All right, these guys are ready. They're gonna take my leg off if I don't hook them up shortly.
Oh my gosh. See how he went after your hand? That's scary.
Truth be told, he totally got my finger, and it just feels like a little pinch. No big deal.
Nala's doing circles over here.
I don't know if it's like cruel to spread them out. I kind of do it so that they don't all have to run into each other or necessarily me. I like to let them find them, you know.
Well, of course. Make them work for it. Oh, you know what? Somebody sent me a reel of, I think it was called a chicken bomb. So basically it was like this little plastic ball that has a spring in it. You open it up and you put wormies in it, and then you close it back up, and I think there's a little hole that it falls out of, so as they chase it all around, wormies fall out, and it gives them some entertainment. I might look for it on Amazon, I don't know.
Hey, babe, reach out and touch Big Turk there and listen to the little doo-doo-doo noise he makes.
This white one?
Yep.
He's making me get close. Nala's going crazy, guys.
Now try to touch one of the guineas. They have a different proximity sensor than the turkeys. The turkeys are like, yeah, we're eating. Just touch us gently.
Oh, I heard it that time.
Yeah, but these guineas, man, they know right where you are. I'm gonna touch you. I'm gonna touch you.
They're like, no, you're not.
They're so good at it, man. Okay, well, I could stay up here with them for way too long, but we need to get to moving. So, food looks pretty good. We'll just kind of knock out any grossness in there, and then we'll run these down.
Yeah, and refreshing their water.
Okay, we'll knock that out real quick, see if we can keep Nala out here, see how many laps she does, and then it's goat time.
Okay.
All right, birdie birds. So I guess forget if you talked about this already, but I was talking to Dad about it. I guess giving them these little water baths, A, they will drink out of it, but when it's real hot out, they'll get in there and it cools them from their feet up.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we even work that way or something?
Oh, really?
Maybe.
Okay.
So I'll fill them up, you hop in, let me know if it keeps you cool.
Yeah, I'll get right
Just
on
get
that.
in there with the big turks. They'll make room. Hey, there's no, hey, that's my bracelet. Hey, hey, hey. Turk, turk. Got to get it nice and cool for him.
Of course.
What you think, Mama Bear? Being such a good helper. We are still working on the automatic watering system that Shannon started a few days ago. And we had to go get some different fittings and things, and we're learning and got to make some adjustments. So that is coming, and hopefully that will help alleviate the trips up and down the hill, or at least make them a lot more streamlined, and then maybe some rain catchment in the future.
I'd love to do rain catchment in the future.
So we're still working on that, but for right now, we're just enjoying the ride up and down and up and down. So does Nala. It's good for her. Stay in there, little lady, big guy. This one looks too much like the wormy can.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
the problem.
Oh my gosh, that breeze feels amazing.
I know. I think it's already like 85 degrees or something.
Yeah, I think so.
This is just water, guys. This is just water. And that's a ring. That's not something for you to eat.
He's like, it could be.
You're gonna break it is what you're gonna do. And your mouth is dirty. What to do? What to do? They're getting so big.
Yeah, they are.
These dinosaur feet, man, I tell you what, they're just creepy. Sometimes I feel like Christina swoops under just because she wants to get petted too.
The
All
guineas are like slowly checking out the pools.
Good. I also think Christina Hinsworth just sneezed on my hand, if that's a thing.
I thought I heard that. I'm gonna go out first so that she doesn't.
What's the matter? Are you running?
Just a little bit.
They really like roosting around the edge of this thing and just getting sips every once in a while. I assume they get in too, I don't know. They don't usually move to it while we're still up here.
I don't know, but I can't really. I've got to.
You gotta run from Christina. All right, thanks for being good,
I'm
birds.
working on it. I'm trying to get better. I go in there with them, but when I'm in there, they all flock to Kyle, and I'm super okay with that. So I'm trying to get better. Ready to head down the hill?
Yeah, I think it's time to talk about some fur balls.
Okay,
We got a few of them down there.
just a few.
Herc's got Snoopy, the welcome party.
Hi, Hercules.
Hi, buddy boy. Hi, big guy. Hi, big guy.
Hi, Herc.
Hello.
Kind of have your mouth full, huh?
Dad, Mom, Dad, Mom.
Hey, Spruce.
He knows the
letting Spruce
routine.
know?
Come on. Herc, you stay in, Bubba. I'll
Herc
join you.
literally just pushed him. That was funny. Let's start with his egg so that'll keep him entertained while we get the goats taken care of.
There you go, Bubba. Those are fresh from Adler Farms. Thank you, Chad. He's a good boy. All right, so if you missed our last video, well, we just brought up some points of discussion and asked for comments, and you guys delivered, like almost 900 comments or more. Thank you.
Sorry.
Well, Mario. Mario, come on, buddy. I think he's kind of catching on that we're putting him down here for a reason, and then he knows he has to stay for a little while. And when he's all amped up at blue, sometimes it's a little harder to get him in here.
Hey, buddy.
But we're working on it. I will say though, the one-handed gate latch is the only way to go. Got to be able to do that one-handed and quickly. Thank you.
Hi,
Herc is fresh out of food too.
Okay.
You ate all your food last night, buddy. Did you get a little hungry?
Hi, Harry. Hi, Harry.
Hungry?
Oh my gosh, that's a big lizard.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another big lizard.
There's a little one that just ran into the 2x6. They will not hurt you. In fact, they will run from you. Those crickets, on the other hand, they'll bite you. There's your
my
mouse.
mouse.
Golly. Oh, we got mouse stories, guys. We got mouse stories.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Mr. Larry, Mr. Harry. How are you boys today? Goodness, and horns grow every night, don't they? Yeah. You're not gonna be able to do that much longer. Yeah, see, you really gotta twist your head to get it out of there, don't you? You silly goat. Silly goatlet. Yeah, sure are cute though, you know it. We'll come give you snuggles.
Well, I guess we can get this tree limb out of here.
Yeah, they pretty well finished that off, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
I've got a couple more that I've been waiting to cut down. In fact, we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. So I may throw that one out, give them that to snack on today. I'm hoping we can keep some of this over at cast, but I don't believe it's supposed to stick around all day.
Yeah, that would be nice. I just filled up Herc's pool yesterday with fresh water, so it probably just needs some refreshing.
Sweet. Looks like you did the one down in Goatville too.
I did do the one in Goatville too.
Looks good, thank you.
I filled all the waters up.
Herc just did a drive-by on the back of my leg.
He says, I love you.
You're being a really good boy this morning, buddy.
You know what? I think he likes it whenever he gets his egg first.
I agree with that.
Let me get the bucket and let Spruce in, okay? You back up. Come on. Spruce, come on. Come on. All the way. Hey. Spruce, come on. Seriously. You're not going to just stand in the doorway all day. Come on. Come on. Come on. Herc's going to run out on me, dude. Thank you. He's such a little stink pot sometimes.
No, not your little baby Spruce.
I know. It's hard to believe. You want the limelight for a minute? You want the spotlight? Is that what you're trying to tell me? There you go. You're in the spotlight now. We know Herc is the most important one. Yeah, we know it's all about Herc. As much as we want to think it's about Spruce or the Blues Bros or anybody else, Herc is most important, right? Yeah, I know. I know.
I always feel weird taking all the time to fill this guy all the way up because it never fails when I'm done. He goes over within the next minute or two, gets a drink, and steps in it with his dirty paws. 1, Two. A little stinker.
He says thank you.
He doesn't do it as often to this one because he likes that, how it gets
He
higher
likes
up
how
on
deep
his
it
leg.
gets.
And the goats typically drink out of this little one over here. Spruce, are you trying to get my feet
Spruce
wet?
is gonna help you. These are bad habits. Yeah.
How's that cut on his side doing? What I was trying to say.
It's actually scabbing over pretty well. Looking pretty good.
Did you get that from playing with your big brother?
I feel like you did. Bless you.
Please excuse me? Okay, thank you. Got my foot wet, no big deal.
Come here, little guys, you little climbers.
They're learning from Spruce. Spruce has been climbing up on me lately.
These little horns are so cute.
Oh, I know.
He still puts his head through that 4-inch square, but now when he tries to pull straight out, he gets stuck on it and he's like, wait a minute, actually has to turn it.
Yeah, I don't know that he'll be able to do that for too much longer.
Well, I hope not, because you have the poultry wire up around the base of this one.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever Mama has her kids, we will put them in here since they should be smaller than these guys.
Yeah.
And we'll have moved these guys over to that new pen. That's still the goat panel, so it's the 4-inch squares, but they can't get through this anymore. Which is perfect, because they're getting more energy every day, wanting to do fun things.
Little Houdini says, let me try though.
Yeah, he's definitely got a better shot at it than Larry. Larry's got him by
Quite a bit.
a couple pounds at least.
Even their heads, the size of their heads, is the difference is pretty big.
But she is feeding both of them.
Yeah.
Before we get them out, before we do anything, she gets all of her food, gets her hay in her, and then we make sure and watch and see that they both latch on and get to eat.
You got somebody jumping on you, chewing on you. Hi, boys. Hi.
So if you didn't see our last video, the quick update is Shannon and I were having a conversation on camera. Nothing was in stone, but we've been talking about where our goat herd is going and what's happening. And by having a buck and having 2 does, getting ready to have all the goatlets running around when Mama has hers. So I think it was good that we threw it out and we got a lot of feedback, a lot. However, there was a lot of concern and a lot of threats, like if we got rid of any individual goat or these 2 goats or this 1 goat or whatever, that you're not watching the channel anymore and it's over, done, blah, blah, blah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Really, guys? Is it that extreme? Come on.
So, to each their own. I mean, anybody can have whatever opinion they want, and I have an old saying about opinions, but we're gonna leave that out for today. Here's the thing. You get 3 videos a week. They're about, on average, 30-ish minutes per video, so you don't get all the conversations. And those of you who encouraged us and put the comments in there like, hey, you do you. It's your farm. We understand. We support you. Thank you. And
Thank you
we
very much.
We appreciate the understanding. When we first started this channel, I remember watching some of Chaz's videos. Sometimes he would kind of come back at some commenters and things, you know, and I didn't understand it because I think we had 24 comments across 10 videos at the time. And so we weren't in the thick of it yet. Well, you go get 900 comments because somebody told him to go comment below. That was me. Then I get it. I mean, people just say things and, you know, you gotta be here to understand. You gotta think about what we're going through. And here's the truth of the matter. Shannon and I have since had conversations about it. And these goats may not go anywhere off the farm, but they definitely are gonna have to be relocated on the farm so that her and I can have a little peace, the goats can be in peace, and we don't have to worry about throwing goatlets every 5 months. Is that a good way to put that?
Yeah. So by now, you guys have probably realized that we don't rush into any decisions that we make. unless it's Kyle buying more animals and bringing them home. Yeah.
Well,
But that conversation was just 2 days ago, guys. So it's not like we're immediately just kicking anybody off the farm. We don't operate that way. We love all of our animals and we really, truly want the best for them.
but, you know, we know the solution to relocate them on the farm because, well, we built Goatville, we built the pen, we built the nurseries, you know, so I could do this over again. And that was an option. I guess we just didn't bring it up in that video.
It still is an option.
It is an option, and I am very much leaning that way, but I also don't have as much information on, like, you know, people trading goats or selling them on Craigslist or Facebook or whatever. And so that was us just kind of throwing it out there and seeing if some of you guys had experience or suggestions, and you gave great advice. But that was the part that we've never done. So we do trust Grandpa Adler Farms and Adler Farms. That is absolutely a place that we could take the goats. However, you know, they got their own thing going. Dad has got, you know, he loves those 3 goats, and adding like Mario, if Mario were to be the one, you know, he doesn't need more food aggression. And I promise Mario brings food aggression. And
Just because they have the space doesn't necessarily mean it's the right thing for their farm.
Right.
You know?
Right. And we love all of these animals. It's just, this is kind of a prime example. It takes us a while to get them fed because I've got Mario down in Goatville. These guys, we have to wait on them to latch on and nurse with Mom. And then Spruce just wants to climb all over us and get in everything we're doing. And now I'm thinking, well, it's time for them to graze, and we've got to do the whole, it's the shifting and all this stuff.
But if we did have 2 pens, it would make it easier, you know, because that would, if we separated them, that would give Goatville more time to grow before it's just immediately eaten. So if we had, say, the girls and the babies over here, and probably Spruce, and then we set up a new pen with any of the boys other than Spruce, until he gets older, of course.
Yeah.
Then at least that's 2 different areas that are being eaten. And
well, and if we have to keep, you know, these are 2 males. We cannot keep them intact, either one of them. If they're going to stay on the farm, it only makes sense. We have to ban them both, which I know then kind of changes the potential trajectory of what you're going to do with them, you know, as far as auctioning or selling them or whatever. You know, we learned that from our last video. So Harry and Larry would have to be banded because obviously we don't want them breeding with their own mother. Then if Mama has any boys, they would have to be banded because we don't want them crossbreeding. And, you know, so we could maintain the numbers that we have plus however many Mama's about to bring us, and that would work. So just for the record, and so you know, the day after, actually it may have been the evening after we shot the last video and talked about like the potential problems with having Mario close to Blue and blah, blah, blah. I'm up there working on a project and I hear a little bit of extra noise down here than I normally would in the middle of the day or kind of close to evening feeding. And I come around the corner to check on him and I see Blue up on the herd hut and the gate was closed. So we know, historically, we know she's got mad hops because she jumped flat-footed straight up onto that propane tank.
Yeah.
Which I believe on the stands is taller than this right here. There was no sign, she didn't get through this fence, I promise you that.
No.
There was nowhere she could have got through. It's very difficult for her or anybody, Mario's tried it, to get up on top of the building and jump over. So I think she just flat-footed the gate and said, whatever, I'm out. So guess what went on our calendar, our little goat calendar that we keep? The day that Blue got out, because Mario was also in the pen. Now,
and he's what they're called rutting.
He's rutting.
Rut,
hard.
whatever.
He's rutting. He nasty right now. I mean, just, that's why he has to stay down there. His face is always yellow. He's always got his tongue out and spitting at me and staring at me right now like he wants to just smack me with his horns.
Well, and some people asked us about goat aprons. Let me tell you, he is a contortionist. I didn't really know what a goat apron was, but somebody sent me a picture, and let me just tell you, I don't know that it would work.
It would be comical to see it maybe splash the other direction, but he can get his face. They're goats, man.
We just need to keep them separated.
Yeah, we just have to do our best to keep them down there when we need to. His face says it all.
Yeah.
What I need to do ultimately, and we'll show you here in a second, the area over there, I maybe need to reach out to Gallagher. Our channel is partnered with Gallagher, and so they actually provided all the material for Goatville, the electrical fence and the charger that we have up in the well house. And I would basically need another set of the rods and the clips and another charger, probably have to run solar up there. But that is an option, and that I think is going to coincide with a potential plan that I had to get a little crazy with a skid steer. But Shannon had a pretty good idea of easing into it. So if you're ready, why don't we take them up the hill, and I got some questions for you so that I can get to working more on the building location, and then we'll talk about where potentially the goats are going to go.
Okay, yeah.
Cool with that?
Yeah.
Herc, are you okay with that, buddy? Do you want to go up there with us?
You can go up the hill.
You and Spruce want to stay out with us?
I just love you so much. Yep.
It's hard to believe he's a white dog, because right now he looks like a brown, gray, dust-colored dog.
I literally just put my nose up to his, and he's just like, love you, Mom.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Rub my belly. Don't put those wet paws on me.
I don't know how not to.
Hey. Hey. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi. Are you just craving attention today? What's going on?
So I want to taste your hat, Mom. That's the thing.
He is getting so tall. Aren't you, buddy?
Well, we can definitely at least get him out and take him up with us.
Okay.
So for reference, that's the driveway, the front of the property. This is what we call the logging trail. That's where typically the trailer lives, and we park to keep our vehicles out of the way, or a turnaround. This right here is probably about as much land, if not a little more, as far as how far it goes over to the other property line. This is as much land as Goatville, easily. If I take a line down the logging trail with that electrical fence, which I guess if I had it close to the power pedestal right here, we could just do another fully electric charger. Anyway,
Well, that's a good point.
that's food for thought.
Or you could put a solar charger right here.
Yeah, but if we run the fence down there, then cut it back up to that side of the clearing that we've already done, and basically just enclose all of this and let them do to it that they've done to Goatville, kind of clearing out the underbrush and whatnot, it would actually be beneficial for us.
Yes. And we already have a line cleared basically this direction, so it would make it a lot easier to go ahead and put a fence in over here and encompass that part.
Totally. Part of the reason we're considering this is because I was like, hey, I am itching to get in a skid steer again, or an excavator, or I'd probably have to do both. Excavator first, knock down trees, blah, blah, blah. I threw the idea to Shannon that, let's go ahead and clear this a little further that way, giving us more pasture, more of an opening to kind of work with as far as the birds and potential future building site.
Very similar to what we did up here.
Absolutely, yeah. We'd leave in the big trees. In fact, over here, I would thin less of the big trees than we did right here. But Shannon's office building is going to be right here behind us where we're standing. And how perfect would it be if you had goats that you could just step out of your office and take care of and talk to?
I would love it.
Oh, there you go.
I
So
really would.
you would always take care of them? Just trying to get her to say it. It ain't happening.
I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, but think of it this way, guys. I'm thinking we're not doing it's not going to be Goatville 2.0. It's going to be like Goat Town, Goatington.
Goatland.
Goatington.
Goatland. We could put some obstacles in here for him. Be
Okay.
like a
I like
amusement
Goatington
park.
also.
Goatington?
I don't
I wasn't
know.
even listening.
So the names are to come, but just kind of wanted to share some more future potential with you guys so that we didn't all get hung up on the idea of shipping out some goats.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're not rushing into anything. We're just trying to figure it all out.
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
We were just having a conversation with you. We try, of course we have a lot of conversations off camera, but sometimes it is fun to try to catch those conversations the first time they happen on camera, and then that way you guys are getting
Raw us.
reality. And that's exactly what you got in that last video. And so we do appreciate the feedback, guys. We're not just complaining. Yes, there were some negatively critical statements. Let's just put it at that. And that's fine. We encourage you to give your feedback. So
And
appreciate
a lot
it.
of people may not remember or may not even know, we started with 2 goats, which are Mario and Luigi. We had 3 goats dropped off on our property within a week.
One
that
of
we
which
were not expecting.
was a bottle baby goat lit
Mr. Spruce.
less than 12 hours old.
Yep.
And we don't have any regrets or problems with any of that.
We love everybody and we're super happy with everybody. But in the same week, we got Mama. she got pregnant, and then we got Blue, and we didn't know she was pregnant.
Yeah.
So
So goat math. It's
that's
real.
that's how goat math works.
So
And
we're not complaining. It's just we didn't proactively prepare
well, and that's
for that many goats all at once.
yeah. That's why we're in the situation that we're in, and we're trying to figure it out, figure
Yeah.
out what's best.
So you get the raw conversations, and then we renege in the next video and say, no, we're not sending them off. We just needed to know what's that look like if we do. So our goal will be for us to maintain sanity and learn how to spend less time with them sometimes on the days that we need to be doing more projects that don't have anything to do with them. And it's all just a balance. It's a part of the country life. It's the transition from city to country for us. It's new.
We're
So
figuring it out.
thanks for coming along with us. Thanks for the input. Encouragement is always welcomed, but I get it. I get it. We threw it out there and you guys answered.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Okay, so let's be thinking about a name for this new goat area. Something as
Do
cool
you
as
guys realize
Goatville.
that? I think I just have Kyle convinced that this is the new goat area.
I'm fine with that.
All right. Maybe nobody will be leaving after all.
Caution, I believe he's eating some poison ivy right now.
That's poison ivy?
It's on a vine, 3 leaves. It might be. Without digging in way deeper, I just wanted to let it be known that he's walking through poison ivy before we go picking up and cuddling him.
Okay.
He can eat it, it's
That's a good
fine.
idea.
Yeah, it's just, I gotta be careful touching him afterward.
What you eating, sprucers?
Nothing, poison ivy. Helping Dad out, poison ivy. It's pretty delicious.
You're so awesome. He's getting so big.
Yeah, I love that guy. Well, you know, we were watching Chad's premiere last night, and I promise you, every time I see Bruce, it just
Oh my
shocks me.
gosh.
He was going head to head with the cattle.
I know. I couldn't believe it.
Now, back to the fun business. It is time to start prepping even more than I have for Shannon's building over here, but I needed her to answer some questions before I got going too much further. I really want to mark out the exact location of the building.
Okay.
What I started doing, or what I tested over here, I think I'm going to do a little bit of earth cutting up on this side, and then when we bring in the rock, bring it back above grade, but at least it'll be compactable base rock.
Okay.
And then what I cut out from up there, I'll bring down here so that it lifts this ground up as much as I cut out there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do a
So
little
that we
bit of
don't have to
cutting.
bring in as much rock is what you're saying.
Yeah, that way
Okay.
I don't have to be, 12, 14 inches thick on rock down here and still 3 or 4 up there.
Okay.
I could maybe just kind of maintain like a 4 to 8 across. You good with that?
Whatever you think is best, I'm good with.
Do you mean that?
I do. Absolutely. We all
other-
know that I am not good at building things and I don't know how to make things level, so that's all you.
I would
Yeah.
agree with that. Most of your abilities, if you turn the camera like this, and it looks pretty good. Okay, other question.
Okay.
On those trees over there, I just did some trimming for the area where we cleaned up. It's looking awesome. What about this guy right here?
Oh man.
This oak tree right here has a limb coming off it. If you can see that, it's about as big as a medium-sized oak tree up out of the ground. It's a pretty good-sized tree. I cannot get up to that limb. We would absolutely have to call somebody out, a tree service, if I wanted to take out that entire limb. But I could probably get up to about right there on that one and at least take off this one low-hanging limb.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm totally good with that.
Okay.
I just don't want the whole entire limb gone. But I'm totally good with losing this little part of it.
All right, and then is this where you want the back left of the pad for the building to be? In other words, the building would be, 18 inches in or 24 inches in, whatever we do with the rock. Is this an okay place?
Let me grab my tape measure real quick.
Oh, you mean grab my tape measure?
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. She enjoys stealing my tape measures way too much. It's just looking so awesome over there, all cleaned up. We sit out here every evening now because when it starts to cool off, it's just so nice.
We've
Gotta-
had a lot of beautiful evenings.
Yeah.
So basically this is gonna be, got it.
One day at a time, 1 foot at a time. Are you
I'm
on?
very good with that decision.
I knew she would be because I already did all the measuring and everything. But I have to get her stamp of approval so when she changes her mind later, I can refer back to this and say, no, this is what we talked about. Okay, honey, sounds great, thank you.
Yeah, I don't really really know what you said, but
Love
I'm
you.
just good with whatever you want to do if it means I get a building.
Aw, look at your cute little sprucey bayou. What do you think about that?
I think that sounds great. I didn't really hear everything you were saying, to be completely honest.
But you know you'll hear it
But-
6 times later when you're editing?
I'm totally good with whatever it is that you just decided or
Okay.
just said.
Well, I appreciate it.
Our dog and goat dog are being so good.
All right, I think I have my instructions and I have the plan.
You know what you're going to do
I
today?
know what I'm gonna do. And while the sun's not out, I'm gonna leave this black shirt on, but if the sun comes back out, I'm changing clothes because this will be way too hot.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna get to it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys, sorry a little bit for the soapbox moment, but also not sorry. We just wanted to clear things up a little bit. We wanted to let you know that there were all the options on the table. It just so happened that we discussed the ones of moving a goat out. And that's because we didn't really know what that looked like. Now we know, thank you. And now you know that we're gonna do our best to keep them all here. I just wanna do it in a way that their lives as best as they can be, the system is as best as it can be for us to still get other work done because we have plenty of work to do.
And so that we're still utilizing them the way that we intended to use them, which was clearing land.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just going to have a big petting zoo out here, guys.
Well, and truth be told, to rent the excavator, rent the skid steer, put in the time to clear this the way that I would want to, you know, you're looking at $1,000 or $2.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. That's not terrible, especially if you're doing the work yourself. That saves a lot of money. However, we have goats that we already invest the time and money into to, you know, let them do what they need to do.
Yeah.
And then that'll save us money in the long road whenever we go to clear that later.
And gives them something to eat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for your input. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey with us and being patient with us while we learn.
And remember, it's one day at a time. This
Always.
is YouTube. This is not HGTV. This is not a produced show. This is real life.
Yeah.
One day at a time.
And sometimes you're getting conversations before we've even made a decision on them.
That's true.
All right, guys. We love and appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Nala, do you want to do a mic check?
I want to do a mic check, a Mickey mic check. My name's Nala. Spike check.
Nala, spike check.
Yeah.
Doing a Mickey mic check. What?